Hello, welcome everyone. My name is Natalie Guess, and I am the Director of eMERGE Experience. And today we're going to be talking about analyzing your social media, why using social media is important and what you should be looking for, some different tips and tricks and strategies among social media management and marketing, and then what eMERGE can actually do for you and your business in terms of social media analytics, management, tips, tricks, and all of those great things. So let's start off with the big why. Why use social media for your business? The importance of online marketing is becoming evident. A growing number of marketers say that social media has become very important in their marketing campaigns. In fact, current projections put over half of the dollars spent in the U.S. alone will be influenced by web. So why not put your brand out there and do little revenue influencing? If you're using an outbound marketing because you think it's better than inbound, you're wrong. Social media marketing has a 100% higher lead to close ratio. That is huge. 100% higher lead to close ratio. 55% of consumers will share their purchases on social media, which means more exposure for you and your brand. And think about your business and what it is that you're selling and promoting, and by someone else sharing what they bought from you or through you or with your help, it really does speak leaps and bounds for what it is that you offer and what it is that you're doing in terms of your business and how it affects social media for yourself. And this might seem kind of silly, but it plays into consumers' vanity. Someone could buy a DVD from a store, for instance, but they could also buy a DVD and brag about it. The ability to talk about what you just bought will actually increase your likelihood of buying it. So if you see that a friend just bought something or just liked a page or shared something from another page, you're more likely to actually check that out versus seeing it actually posted from the original brand page. Businesses are also using social media to monitor their competition. So, this isn't to kind of sway you either way or try and get you not use social media. If anything, it should really make you excited to show everyone online how much better you are than your competition. And, we really assist in helping you do that. Data collection is huge in social media, which is why so many marketers are using it to gather market intelligence so that way they can improve their current or new campaigns. And then finally, the sleeping giant. A lot of businesses don't use YouTube because they feel it has a perceived effort that makes, that there's this perceived effort that it takes a lot of time, a lot of resources into making the videos. But actually, over 3/4 of marketers are planning to utilize YouTube or other video marketing in the near future. So with that being said, it's so important for you to look at your business and how video could really help in terms of selling, educating, being a resource. So many people have smartphones today, and most business owners have smartphones that actually can capture video. So we really have no excuse to not try using video marketing in our marketing, activities and part of our plan. With smartphones, it's so easy to actually create a video and actually upload it directly to your YouTube channel from your phone. It literally takes a couple of minutes. And, a lot of people feel like if they can't do something professional, they don't want to do it at all. Well, let me tell you that there's proven statistics that if you have raw video, people are more likely to watch that because they know it's real, it wasn't set up, and they just can relate to it a little bit better. So don't feel bad about, creating raw videos from your phone, whether you're showing a house or you're doing a testimonial from someone. It's completely acceptable to do that and upload it directly to the YouTube channel. 91% of online adults are using social media regularly. So this is huge potential to market your business, because I know most of us are actually, we're actually marketing or selling our products or services to people who are in the age range of 26 and higher. It doesn't take much time to see the results. In fact, 3/4 of marketers increased website traffic after investing only 6 hours per week in social media. So that might be a little over an hour a day. Or if you spend one day creating, managing, and scheduling different social pushes to go out over the course of a week or two, you can accomplish the same thing. It's the perfect opportunity to provide good customer service, and best of all, it's public. So if someone posts a question or a problem on your page, you can address it, and all of your fans will see how awesome you are in really addressing that problem, question, or situation by being responsive. And then lastly, of all the businesses using social media, 85% of them say that it has given their brand more exposure. Well, of course, because it's online, it's searchable, right? And so it's going to be found much more easily than if you had something printed and you had it at a storefront. So for me, and I think for everyone out there, social media should really be a no-brainer. No matter what your business is, your business has a voice and you can share that information through the social channels. So let's talk about who's dropping the ball. There are always those businesses that are going to be dropping the ball or they're going to be behind. And, statistics show that only 27% of small businesses and 34% of medium businesses are using social media for their business. So what does that mean? It means that if you start now, you will be ahead of the 66 or 73% of other businesses your size who are not utilizing the social media. But don't mistake, you can't just throw a profile or a page or a business account together without some sort of plan in place to measure your return on investment or to make sure that you have consistent messaging going out there. 25% of small businesses have no strategy, and then only 28% of small and 24% of medium businesses measure the return on investment on social media activity. So that's, one of the big fails is that we see businesses over and over again that they create these channels, they schedule or send social pushes out to all these channels, but then they don't ever look at and analyze the reporting and data. And that's something I'm going to show you guys pretty closely here in just a moment. What's even crazier than those statistics is that only 30% of those companies on social media will respond to fan feedback. That's pretty crazy. If you think about that's a way for people to engage and that businesses aren't responding, that only 30% are responding. The entire reason that you should be using social media for your business is to grow your fan loyalty, increase revenue, and then strengthen your brand. But you can't do any of those things unless you actually communicate with your fans. So what should you look for in terms of social media, and is it working? One of the key components is going to be the engagement. You can use your analytics and insights in each of the social channels all together, or you can actually view them all in eMerge if you have an eMerge account and you have them all connected to gauge how people are engaging with your social media. Using likes, shares, retweets, favorites, +1, and repinning to see which of your posts are getting your fans the most engaged or excited is the first step in analyzing your social success. So let's talk about interest. Interest basically means that it's reaching a good-sized audience in comparison to the number of fans, followers, connections, friends that you have. So if your posts are getting a lot of engagement, it's a safe assumption that it's interesting. So you need to take a look at what is making interest to your clients, to your fans, to your followers, and keep working with that. Comments are a great way to see if something piqued your fans' interest. So again, I'm going to go through a few of these points, and then we're going to go ahead and log in and take a look at a Facebook page so I can show you specifically on that channel where you can see the interest. Liking. Different channels call it different things, but essentially it's all the same. So more engagement like this means that you're doing something right. But what is that? By looking at your post, you can usually pick out the trend. So I'm going to show you that as well. Again, each channel calls it something different, sharing, retweeting, repinning. But here, don't just look at the people who shared it. You need to look at what they said when they shared it. So most channels allow for comments to accompany sharing posts. So use that to tell you what they liked about it. Really analyze, okay, they like this article I posted, or they like this picture I posted, but what did they say along with that post or picture? So that way it kind of helps you understand them better. It helps you communicate with your fans better. This one might be a little bit harder to gauge, and you usually need a program like eMerge that can really get into the nitty-gritty of your reporting. But if you can manage it, there's a lot that can be gleaned from this. Not only did someone read the post, but they wanted to learn more. So, you know, taking a look at, okay, they clicked and went to your website, but, you know, you sent them to a particular spot on your website, but what particularly did they look at, and did they go anywhere else? So, you know, think about what that could mean for your business as well. So let's go ahead. I'm going to actually pull up a Facebook page right now. So right here, I'm actually in the admin panel, you'll see, for a Facebook page. It has the hide and show. So if you come into a page that you manage and you're not seeing that admin panel, all you have to do is click the show button and it'll drop down for you. So what's neat about this is, you know, it'll kind of show you your posts. We talk about that. We talked about the importance of your posts, what your reach was. If you are paying for an ad, okay, it would show you that here. But it'll show you the number of people that it actually reached who actually saw your post. And if you ever have a question about what something means, you can always mouse over the question mark. So again, it says the number of people who saw your page post. Another thing is page insights. So if you click on the page insights, it'll bring you to that page, and it's going to show you data from the past week. All right, so it's showing us from the 6th through the 12th. Page likes, it's saying that we are up from last week, so this is all in comparison to the week before. Our total reach is 2,226 people. That is not bad at all. It's actually good. However, it is down 10% from last week. And then the number of people engaged. The next cool thing that you can do is look at likes. So it's going to show us page likes as of today. It's going to show us right here a quick little chart over the past month. And again, you can change the dates on here and see if there was any unlikes. And all of these are organic. We're not running any paid advertisement right now. So you can see the peak days that we got increased likes or fans on the page. Going to the reach. Again, you can see these charts, comments, all that information. But another big thing I wanted to talk about is the post. We talk about the post and the number of impressions or the number of people we're reaching in terms of a specific post. So you can kind of see here, and they show you a bar. This is really important that you want to look at. The higher the reach, the better that post was. So just in terms of looking at these over the past week, the highest one was thank you to all who have served. You are appreciated. So this was on Veterans Day. Pink camo. You know, so you can kind of go in here. If you click on it, it'll actually pull up the actual post, and you can see, you know, there's 3 comments. So we can go here and say, okay, well, you know, what were those 3 comments? So again, it just helps you understand your audience better and seeing what they're engaging with and what gets them excited, and then you want to go ahead and post more information like that. Another really cool thing is right here in terms of insights, it's showing me for this particular page, he gets his highest engagement between 6 p.m. and 8 p.m. So that's pretty powerful. In that terms, he knows, okay, well, maybe I could post in the evening and see if I get even higher engagement because it's going to be at the top of their news feed. So you need to look at those insight pages and see, you know, what your page is personally getting in terms of engagement times. It can really help you when you're trying to manage all of these different components and pieces. And then another really cool thing that Facebook does is it tells you about your people, right? Your audience. So in this case, it's camo wraps. So it is pretty, you know, safe to say that it probably would have a higher male following versus female. So 76% of male, and it's showing us here that the ages are between 25 and 44. So why is this data important? It's very important because it helps him understand what he needs to be posting to keep engaging that audience. Now, if he was trying to target women aged 45 to 54, he'd be totally missing the mark, and he would have to know that, you know, you have to change your whole outlook, your whole visual brand presence, the type of post that you're making. You would actually have to gear everything to hit that target audience. So looking at the people who are following you, it's going to really help give you insight on who your audience is and the types of posts that you should be posting. And I know we have our own visual brand presence and what, you know, we perceive our company as and how we want to portray that online visually. But think about your audience too. You want to make sure that it correlates and that they can relate to that visual brand as well. What's really neat too is that you can always export any of this data. So you can export it to an Excel file if you want to review it and look at it a little bit further. And you can do each component, or you can actually export all of the insights at one time. All right, so let's go back here to the presentation. So a lot of people have heard of this term virality. You know, virality is somewhat of a combination of things, you know, that we've already gone over. However, I'm including it because it's important to know what it means. Virality is basically a post or content becoming very widespread very quickly over social channels because there's something innately brilliant, simple, or funny about it. You know, unfortunately, there's no real formula for what makes something go viral, but there's plenty out there about, you know, what can kill your chances of going viral. So I've seen a lot of businesses will do, you know, funny videos. One in particular was a real estate firm who did a video of that song Call Me Maybe, and it was really funny, really cute, and it did spread across the social media channels quite quickly, and it did give them a lot of exposure. So you know, think about what you could do in terms of your business to help your business go viral. All right, with that being said, let's talk about some tips. So let's talk about 10 social media tips to help you get through this. Now that we've gone over all of the different major, you know, social media channels and what they can do for you, let's, you know, some of these general tips for how you can make them most of use for your next online campaign. Identify and strategize. The first thing any marketer should do before starting a campaign is really to plan. Know who your target market is and what you want them to do. So again, looking at that insight information and looking at the people who are following you is going to be very important. Understand your main objectives, then look at which channels will help you achieve those with the lowest cost and highest results. Remember, a multi-pronged approach will get you much further than just one channel. Then you want to plan out what you want to do on these channels and how your fans will go from point A to point B. Once you'll have these in place, you're ready to move forward. And what I mean from, you know, go from point A to point B, you post something to Facebook. Where are you driving them to? Why are you driving them somewhere else? You know, that you always want to remember to have some type of call to action. You know, check out this article on home improvement tips, or check out this funny video about staging. You know, something like that. But you want to make sure that you're driving them and you're including the link in which you're trying to get them to point B. 2, strengthen your online brand. So identify your audience. Start with this. If you don't know who your audience is, then you'll have no idea how to talk or market to them. Again, the insight information. You want to stay visually consistent. There's a reason Coca-Cola, McDonald's, Apple, and Pepsi are amongst the most recognized brands in the world. It's because they stay consistent. Make sure that your brand is easy to recognize and it's consistent with the rest of your online presence. Provide valuable content that will make your audience want to engage with you, to share you, and to explore further. The more value your audience sees in you, the more they will advocate on your behalf. That's important too. So you can't just think about, you know, what's interesting to you as the business owner. You really need to think about what would intrigue your clients and your followers. Personal interaction. You know, a key part of your brand on social media will be determined by how you interact with your fans, their comments, and their posts. If someone praises you, you want to make sure that you thank them and that you share that through your social media. If someone criticizes you, you know, you really can't take it personal Social media is really that opportunity to handle it gracefully and professionally in a public manner. People will see that. Even though it might be something negative, they will see how you handled the situation. Find your voice. Each social media channel requires a different voice when you talk to users. For example, on Facebook, you can be more personal and have a casual voice. LinkedIn tends to be, much more professional. Twitter is much more candid and conversational than Pinterest. We know that Pinterest is pretty much strictly visual. And, this isn't a bad thing. It's just because of all the different audiences using these different channels. So take a look at how other brands are talking to their fans, and then take a look at your own fans. Once you identify who your audience is on each channel, you'll be able to create your own voice and speak to them appropriately. Number 4, posting valuable content. Whether it's a blog post, a lifestyle article, industry humor, helpful tips, or just another look into life of your business, provide content that your fans see as valuable. This doesn't necessarily mean life-changing, just something that they can use to improve their knowledge or situation. Some different examples could be, lifestyle articles, so something that applies to everyone. Posting images and encourage comments. Post industry-specific information. Post news about your company, about your business. And then you can always promote your products and services. There's nothing wrong with having a little variety in the type of content that you send out there. I think when you keep it, the variety a little bit different and intriguing, you're going to get more engagement. And if you're still wondering about the basics of what kind of post will work and where, we do have a blog on our website, which is easyemerge.com/blog. And there's a lot of helpful guides in there and little short blog posts that can help you in terms of what to post, what not to post. Number 5, offer promotions. Provide shareable promotions such as coupons. It could be a coupon from you. It could be a coupon from someone in your community. It could be a coupon from a partner. This is a great way to establish return on investment for Facebook. If you put a coupon out exclusively on Facebook, track who redeems it, and you can start to gauge how your page is benefiting your business. You can also use it as an incentive to have fans opt in to email lists or to collect consumer data. We're doing a huge promotion right now for our Consumer Touch campaign clients that is all about a Facebook offer and promotion that not only is building their Facebook pages, but it's also increasing their following on their other channels, as well as increasing their lead database, email database inside of their account. It's a win-win for everyone. So again, reward your most loyal followers, provide incentives for fans to give you data, opt-in, and permission. So again, gift cards, coupons, any kind of contest. There's just a few ideas. Number 6, try lead generation. Ads. If the channels you use have something in place for ads, such as LinkedIn, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, consider utilizing the tools they provide for lead generation or sales. Community. Building up a community of fans and followers helps to not only bring in new leads and customers, but also to retain them as well. You want to have call to actions. Use whatever space you can for strong call to actions. Some channels such as Facebook have tabs that you can create specifically for this, but other channels like Twitter, you have to be a bit more creative, in terms of trying links and the about sections, but you always want to make sure that they can easily find who you are, what you do, and why you matter, right? Where they can find more information. So those call to actions are very important. Collecting information. Always provide some way for your new fans to give you their information, whether you put a form on your Facebook page or you link to a form from LinkedIn. You can grow your consumers and lead base by keeping up with who your audience is and what they want. So, I know for our eMerge clients, we provide you a form to drop onto your website. We put one on your blog. We put one on your Facebook page. And we try to drive people there to sign up every chance that we get. So no matter what you're using, you certainly want to provide some type of form where you can collect information. Engage your fans. Like I said before, this is huge in social media. People are here for fun, so make the experience of your brand fun and engaging. Hold conversations online so that your fans are actually experiencing your brand. Create a sense of community by encouraging your fans to interact. This is more organic because Facebook is designed for conversation anyway. But go ahead and ask your fans for their opinion. Recognize your most loyal and active fans publicly. We talked about that a little bit. It makes them feel special, and it also shows the rest of your fans that you reward interaction. So, you can tag them in posts. You can call them out on posts, publicly thank them for their feedback. Again, it encourages more engagement and interaction. Provide customer service. Truly care about people's interests. No matter what industry you're in, it's always in your best interest to pay attention to what your consumers care about. So whether it's a hamburger or a house, pay attention to when your fans are voicing concerns. You want to personalize. Talk about your customers as a person, not as a business. It can be little things like using their name in responses or just being personal. Give out freebies. You love freebies. We all love freebies. It can be something simple like a coupon for your business, as I mentioned. It can also be something simple like a $5 Starbucks gift card. If you want to go big, maybe you could do an iPad. But whatever it is, just be sure that you're getting something in return, such as lead or contact information. Be helpful. Don't let questions go unanswered, and do everything in your power to help your clients. As I mentioned before, 55% of companies on Facebook do not respond to customer feedback because they don't have anything in place to do so. Don't fall into this trap. That's a big part of what we do at eMerge, is making sure you're notified when someone, comments on your posts. Engage in conversations. Take part of the conversations on your Facebook page. If someone writes a positive review on your wall, reply and thank them. If you post a status and people are commenting under it, reply and take part in the conversation. Interactive marketing is just that. It's interactive. So you have to be engaged just as much as your followers are. And then share info other than your own service. You don't want to post 100% about yourself all the time. You certainly want to bring in community information, or maybe it's partner information. And then be open, be fun, and don't spam. On social media, people tend to post a lot of the same things over and over again, or always about products, or always about themselves. Again, it's really important to have some variety. And I believe with every business has a voice, and there's lots to talk about, in terms of content. Number 9, keep track of what works. Some studies show that visual content sparks the most engagement. However, you just can't go by what the studies say. Facebook is anything but cookie cutter, and while posting lots of pictures may work for many business pages, it doesn't necessarily work for every business page. So again, looking at those insights that we looked at together to see what kind of content your fans are engaging with the most. You want to look at those times, and you want to look at those demographics. So, are you meeting the benchmarks you're setting for yourself? Are you looking at those analytics? Are you seeing what's working for you and your business and doing more of what actually works? And lastly, you guys, never stop learning. This is almost never addressed, but it's one of the most important things that you can do to maintain a successful social media marketing campaign. Why did you attend this webinar? Because you wanted to learn. Social media and online marketing is a very fast-paced environment and tends to constantly be shifting, evolving, and changing. So if you don't learn and adapt to the changes, you're going to be left in the dust by your competition. Use all the resources you can to keep on top of trends, strategies, best practices, and more. I know for a fact, I know it said 55%, and I'm pretty sure that's close, in terms of, not engaging back with social media. I know that it's more than that businesses are not looking at that insight information to see what's working for their business, the times of day that people are engaging with their business, and what type of demographic is following them. If you can take a look at that on a regular basis and change your messaging and your content to reflect what's working for you, you're going to be more successful than your competition out there. So is anybody feeling a little bit overwhelmed? Don't be. eMerge is here to help. You know, we can do so much for you in terms of, you know, consulting, coaching, talking you through different things, but we've really done most of the work for you already. You know, our professional designers will create custom graphics for not only your Facebook, but also all of your online channels to maintain a consistent visual brand that we talked about. We also provide engaging content and push out that content on your behalf to your online channels. I mentioned that big Facebook promotion we're doing right now. It's a gift card giveaway. There's a lot of components that go into it. It's almost a $2,000 value that we're not charging our clients for right now that are in our Consumer Touch campaign. It's phenomenal. And we offer stuff like that on a monthly basis. We provide many opportunities for your fans to engage with you and for you to interact with your fans through social media channels and through your eMerge account. We also provide email and email registration forms for you to collect new contacts for your newsletter and marketing initiatives. And we can design campaigns and apps to put out on your social media channels for promotions, marketing, and data collecting. So really the possibilities are endless. We are here as a resource, and we want to help you grow and succeed in your business. Does anybody have any questions? You can type in your question in the question section. All right, if we don't have any questions, I'm going to move on. Oh, we do have a question. So someone was asking what the monthly charge is for such service. So we have a couple of different campaigns, but our most popular is our Consumer Touch campaign, and it runs at $99 a month. And we do all of your branding, we set everything up for you, we help you connect all your social channels, and we actually provide lifestyle content that you can opt into that we send out on your behalf. If you are interested in a demo, you can call this number here, 888-639-9323, or you can email us at getstarted@easyemerge.com, and one of our interactive marketing specialists can give you a call and get you set up right away or bring you through a short demo as well. The next question was, will we ever have videos available? It's something that we are working on. We've talked about it. It's hard to find video that I guess works for everyone and is generic enough that it could work for everyone. We currently connect YouTube inside of your account, so if you upload videos to YouTube, you can actually pull those in to your email and blog and social channels at this point in time. But we do not have any kind of API connection with a video right now. The next question was, in terms of the pricing, is that for only social media, or does it include everything like email marketing? That actually covers your social, email, and blog. So we actually cover everything. So email marketing, blogging, and social media pushes for you. And just while we're going through, and if anybody has any other questions, I can address those. But these are some other resources that you can take a look at, and you know, follow us on our social channels, visit our website, and again, check out our blog. Again, we have hundreds of blogs that are available at your fingertips that are all educational around social media or blog marketing or email marketing. You know, the options are endless, and it is a great resource, and it is no cost to you. So please check that out. And again, if you would like to schedule a demo, please email us at getstarted@easyemerge.com. I want to thank you all for coming and joining me for this webinar, and be on the lookout. Our next webinar is coming up on November 21st. It is a Thursday, and it is Social Media Pitfalls, and it will be done by Mandy Pamelia with Picnic Media. So please be on the lookout for that as well. So my other question was, you are actually posting on the blog. Yes, we do 6 blog articles a month for you. All right, you guys, thank you so much for joining. And I think what I'll go ahead and do is I'll have someone reach out to you personally to follow up. And again, thank you so much for joining.